If you find yourself overthinking in the bedroom, then you are in the right place to get this sorted. In this video, I will be sharing why we overthink in the bedroom, what's actually going on, and how do we get to the bottom of this and get it sorted. First up, if this video is helpful for you, please hit the like button. Why? Because that helps to get this to other men, and we don't talk about this often enough as guys, so hitting that like button is genuinely very helpful. Okay, so what's going on here when we're overthinking? Perhaps you're a few minutes before the heat of the moment and then these intrusive thoughts start coming into our mind. What if I can't get hard? What if this doesn't work? What if it fails again? And we start to feel the panic. Or maybe it's even hours or the morning before we meet the person in the evening and we're already creating images, pictures, scenes in our mind of it not working. And then we keep on reliving that and reliving it. And it just creates more terror and fear in our body throughout the day, right? And then what usually happens, the thing that we don't want to happen, happens. That it doesn't work, we're not able to get hard or stay hard, and we feel disappointed and like a failure, feel embarrassed and ashamed again. Or we avoid initiating sex because we don't want to deal with that pain or fear. So why do we do this? And what's going on? Well, the reality is that right now, when this happens in our body, so when we're having the sensations of our heart beating faster, when we're feeling like our breathing becomes shallow and we start to have this sinking feeling when we think about having sex, our body is coding this as stress, right? Our body is in a stress state. And that equals unsafe. So right now, the reality is that sex equals unsafe when we're experiencing performance anxiety, and our body is trying to give us these warning signals. So when we're having these intrusive thoughts or when we're having these flashes of images or scenes in our mind, it's like, driving on a road and you see the signs, the road signs warning you that the exit is coming up. It's like 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards, now take the exit. It's exactly like this going on. The what if questions, the images of it not working, flashing in our mind, is our body saying, warning, warning, we're going into something that feels unsafe, it feels stressful, I don't want to go there. But what do we usually do? We usually avoid, block, try and ignore these signals. And genuinely, over time, has that helped? Has that helped? I know for me that didn't help. Blocking the signals, ignoring it, not listening to my body, not listening to these warning signals. So what do we do instead? Because whilst we don't have this sorted, whilst we continue to ignore and imagine that it's not there and just hope that it gets better or hope that we're able to, this time it might work, or have to resort to pills, it's like hitting the silence button on an alarm. Right, the alarm's still going off, the thing's still happening, and it's probably going to get worse over time. So instead, we must listen. What we must do is learn to listen rather than ignore, and that sounds counterintuitive. Listening to our thoughts when they're the very things that we don't want in our mind. And it's important we take small steps with that, but to be able to listen to our thoughts, the first step is understanding what are these warning signals and why is this happening. To do that, to be able to get to the bottom of what is going on here so that we can decode these warning signals and then listen to them to get this sorted. To be able to do that, I've created the performance anxiety quiz. This is 10 yes or no questions that you ask yourself. It's 2 minutes to complete, it's a free quiz. Below in the comments, I will leave the link to the performance anxiety quiz. If you click on that link, it will take you straight to the page where you can answer question number 1. I will then show you your personal score and your report based on where you're at so that we can start to get to the bottom of this, decode these warning signals, figure out what our body's actually telling us to listen to so that we can get this sorted and feel normal again. Okay, I look forward to seeing you at the quiz.